everyone. I hope everyone's doing well wherever you may be at. And I've decided I'm going to try something a little different this week, being that this is the final week of September, and September is Suicide Awareness Month. Now, there definitely seems to be an issue going on where I've even heard in the news that there seems to be an epidemic of loneliness, rates of mental illness are increasing, and our rates of suicide are like the highest they've been in like 20 years. And it's unfortunate that suicide has to be one of the leading causes of death worldwide. And so I really feel like more awareness needs to be brought about the issues at hand, and that more resources need to be available, whether it be making those who are financially having difficulties have better access to resources that could better help them out, or maybe having resources that are not so scattered about. Maybe having more areas where people have access to these resources. Because I know, like, for instance, like with my medical coverage, the kind of help that I can get, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it seems like some of the things I could really benefit from would be having to come out of pocket, and it can get pretty expensive pretty quick. And so I feel like there's definitely an issue that needs to be addressed. More awareness needs to be brought about our increasing rates of mental illness and things that could be possibly contributing to our feelings of loneliness, anxiety, depression, and other forms of mental illness. And I know a lot of you out there are definitely struggling with a lot of different issues. I may not understand exactly what a lot of you out there may be going through, or especially for you veterans out there who are maybe suffering from PTSD, anxiety, depression, or a host of other issues. But I will admit, I've had my own struggles. I've definitely been in some pretty dark places this year. And I was even in a pretty dark place to where I even had to be put in handcuffs and detained for my own safety. And I was then hauled off to the ER involuntarily because I was having suicidal thoughts. I was feeling a real intense bout of loneliness. And I've been battling loneliness for quite a few years now. And so I've been in some pretty dark places. But I also feel like if more awareness can be brought about what could be contributing to our increasing rates of mental illness, what could be contributing to our increasing rates of loneliness, I feel like maybe more awareness needs to be brought about to ways we could maybe combat the loneliness, or maybe ways we could maybe help those who may be battling mental illness, loneliness, or whatever forms of mental illness it may be, whether it's schizophrenia or borderline personality disorder. It doesn't matter. It's definitely a struggle for whatever mental ailment someone is trying to push through each day. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, for this week, I'm going to be picking a certain exercise each day, and I'm going to be doing 22 sets of that particular exercise. And for instance, today I'm going to be doing some legs and back, and my chosen exercise for today is going to be deadlifts. And I'm going to be doing 22 reps, 5 reps on the minute, meaning I will be doing 5 reps of the exercise, and then I'll have the rest of the minute to recover, and then I will go again right on the minute, and I'll be doing that for 22 minutes. And the reason why I'm coming up with the number 22 is I'm sure there are some of you out there who have probably heard something like where 22 veterans take their lives every day. And myself, having proudly served in the United States Navy for 4 years, active duty, I really want to encourage those of you out there who may be friends or family members to veterans who may be struggling to just kind of give them that continued support, because especially the fact that there even are probably veterans out there who may not even have any friends or family for support, and that's where it can get really difficult. And that's where I hope to bring this awareness to maybe we can hopefully one day kind of bring our communities closer together. Maybe we can kind of go back to our older ways when kids used to actually go out and play, ride their bikes, skateboard, when people used to hang out and play hacky sack instead of being on their phones, texting away, or having their earpieces on, shutting everything out, that's around them. Just kind of going back to our older ways, just kind of help bring communities back together, people having more face-to-face interaction, not being so indulged in social media to the point where it's just like they ignore everything around them. I know it's difficult in today's society because technology, the way it is, people are so quick to just like always be on their phone. What's the next thing they're going to put on their Instagram, or what's the next thing they're going to post on Facebook? And I understand it's part of today's generation. It's just the way it is. But maybe we can just kind of find ways to maybe just at times ditch our technology. Maybe when we go on a hike, let a friend know where you're going to be and when you're going to be back, so that way for safety reasons, and ditch the phone. Maybe just take your camera or a video recorder, but to kind of ditch your phone, ditch the radio, and just go out there, interact with whoever hikers you may come across, and just kind of go back to some of our older ways. Just kind of bring the togetherness back, kind of go out there, be willing to meet new people, throw our differences aside. Don't judge someone because they're wearing pink pants and a bright yellow shirt. I almost feel like the 80s was like the prime time where you could actually be as individual as you wanted to be and not be ridiculed. You could have spiky colored hair. You could have been wearing like your one-piece neon ski suit. It was kind of like the decade where I felt like one could just be truly individualist, just truly an individual. Where it's like nowadays it seems like you've got to kind of conform, and if you don't conform, you're left out or ostracized. And I also kind of feel like that could be contributing to our loneliness problems. But as I say, many things are probably contributing to loneliness, increasing rates of suicide, whether it be increased working hours, unemployment. Although they say our unemployment rate is low, but I'm sure a lot of people out there are battling job losses, whether it's divorce or other issues going on. I just feel like that a lot more awareness needs to be brought about the issue of suicide and mental illness. And so what I'm going to be doing is, like I mentioned, an exercise. I will be doing 22 sets, 22 reps. Excuse me, take that back. 22 sets, and the number of reps are going to vary between 3 and 5. And it may not seem like much, but I'm going to pick a weight to by the time I'm getting to those latter sets, it will be hurting. I will definitely be feeling the burn, and it will definitely be an unpleasant experience, and probably could feel a little uneasy, but that's the whole point. It's just a gradual kind of inclination just to where I'm getting right to that red zone and just above, but it's a gradual progression. And I'm going to be filming the videos in their entirety, and I will be uploading them. And so I'm going to kind of just keep this as a blogging video, but I will be uploading the videos of where I do my exercises. Once again, 22 sets, rep range will be between 3 and 5, and it will be on the minute, and I will be uploading the entire exercise video just to kind of help raise awareness and for people out there to continue to give support to those who may be battling illness, and especially for you out there who know a veteran who may be battling an illness. This is especially for all you veterans out there. That's why I'm choosing to do 22 sets, is for all of you out there who may be suffering, as I mentioned, going through their daily struggles. Hopefully this will help to bring awareness, and that maybe one day we can kind of bring back some of our togetherness as a society and not be so glued to our phones and to our earpieces, and just maybe can have some good old-fashioned face-to-face conversations with people we may not even know. So, like I said, I will be uploading the exercise videos in their entirety, and just kind of want to kind of bring awareness to the issue at hand. So that's it for now. I'm going to get off and do my leg and back workout. So thank you guys for all your support, and for all of you out there who may be battling mental illness, I encourage you to find the stamina, find the tenacity, find that motivation, whatever it may be. I know it may be really difficult, but just find a way. Just maybe even just go out for a 5-minute walk, or maybe just do a set, a few push-ups or some air squats, whatever it may be. Just kind of get the blood flowing, get some sunlight in you. Just take a walk, see the light, and hopefully, I mean, it may not seem like much, but hopefully one day at a time we can reduce the suicide rate and ultimately help to reduce our issue with mental illness and help make mental illness a decreasing issue that we have to put up with, and maybe overall we can all be happier as a society. All right, thank you all for watching. Peace out.